Alright, hello YouTube. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is David. And today's topic is going to be the benefits of being 100% disabled with the VA. And everything that they provide, and everything that they do for me. Which is probably a lot more than what most people think anyway, but they have different programs from 10% on up to 100%. There's different pay scales. Now 100% is you get everything that the VA has to offer. And that's what I am, is 100%. So my income with the VA, you could look it up for the chart on the VA service for 100%, is all tax-free. It's not reported to the IRS, so I don't pay taxes on it. But any amount of money you get from the VA is tax-free. That being, even if you're only 10%, it's all tax-free, so you don't have to worry about that. It's kind of weird sometimes with the taxes if you're trying to qualify for something.
Sounds like she's narcissistic. And I
like when I bought my home, that I also went through the VA to buy my home. And what they do for qualifying is they what's called gross up your income to 125% to qualify. Because you basically don't pay taxes. And usually with loans and everything, as you know, they always want your net income, not your gross. Or that's the way that it used to be. I think it's still that way now, but. So that always helps. And then, of course, I get Social Security. But the other good thing about being 100% disabled with Social Security, they raised the Social Security tax that they take out in 2026 to $206 a month. Well, I went down to a local Social Security office here in the Coachella Valley and asked them, since I get all my medical and everything through the VA, do I still need to pay my VA? Do I still need to have that 206 taken out? And they said no. As long as I get all my coverage that I need or want through the VA, I don't have to take out Part A, B, or C through Medicare or Medicaid or anything like that. So that also saves me, this year saves me another $206 a month that I don't have to pay. And I don't file taxes on my Social Security because I don't make that much in Social Security. So that's another benefit of being 100% disabled, is I save that money also. So the next thing is most people would call it insurance, health insurance. But the VA calls it a benefit, not insurance. So you get all the same thing. It's just called something differently, is all. So That saves a lot of money. We're on the move. We're walking around the park. There's a lot of people around here, so I'm kind of stopping a little bit mid-sentence, but I'm trying to keep facing the sun as we go around here, because there's a lot of things that I'd like to cover. In this one video, but I'm having problems here because of the people. But we're coming up to a stretch here where I think we'll be all right.
And I just got a picture from him or from her. She's had him 7 months now, but Callie has a lot of animals, a lot of dogs.
Okay. So the other benefit that you get when you're 100% VA medical is there's no co-payments. Now there's a lot of plans, B, C, and D, where you have to pay, where you have a deductible. Well, I don't have a deductible, so that also saves me money. I don't have to pay for any of that. And at 100%, I also get dental. And there again, I don't have a copay. I don't have anything. And I don't pay anything for dental coverage. There's no monthly premium. Now that's only if you're 100%. If you're 90% or more, then you still have to pay for dental. So you don't get that for free. If you're less than 100%, there are certain restrictions. I think my brother's only 20%, but he has his dental through his retirement with the police officers and the Marines, so I think he's got Delta Dental or something like that. So I don't pay anything for dental. In medical, you have to, when you go to the hospital, because I did go, so I know how this works. When you go to the hospital, you have to let the VA know within 72 hours of which hospital that you're in. So they'll pick up the tab. So I went to Eisenhower Hospital here in Coachella Valley. I had a urinary tract infection, and they did a lot of different things. Let me zoom in here on this volleyball here a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Well, as soon as I go to record, they've stopped. Just got little kids there, so we'll go back. Okay, so with medical, like I say, you don't pay anything, but you get, with TRICARE, you get a list of all the charges and everything. They always say, this is not a bill, this is not a bill, which is good, obviously. So I was in the hospital. It was $33,000 for everything that they did. I had a UTI, which is the second one in my life that I've had. But the point being is I didn't have to pay anything. And it was, like I said, $30,000. But I've had coverage for 10, 15 years. That's the first time I've ever used it. But there's no limit as to how much you could use in any calendar year or month or day or anything. So, because I think some other insurances, they limit you as to what you can take or not. So they don't have that problem with the VA. So the hospital, so anybody that has any kind of disability, try to get 100%. When I first started and I filed my claim, I only got 30% was all. And I felt like I wanted more than 30%. So you have a year to appeal your claim. So I appealed it. It takes a little while. It took about 5 or 6 months, but they bumped me up to 70%. And I said, oh, 70 is pretty good. Let me stop there for a while. But then as I was living with the 70%, I wanted to do more things, and I wanted to, because with PTSD, I still have a lot of problems with the loud noises, groups, yelling, confrontation, stuff like that. So I filed again within that year at 70%, and it goes to Washington, the state of Washington, and gets reviewed by a review board there for 100%. But that one only took about 4 months, and I got raised to 100%. So whatever your classification is, just keep appealing it and see how high you can get it. VA is not stupid. I mean, they'll give you what they think you need or what you do qualify for. I mean, there's no way that you can scam the VA. I mean, those doctors are smart. When I went from 70 to 80, I got interviewed by 3 different doctors. One of them had more than 40 years in the service as a doctor, psychology and psychiatry. They know everything. So I just told them all the problems I was having in Vietnam and everything. And since then, and I actually, the VA said I had 12 things wrong, 12 different classifications. So that's why I got my 100%. So I know I'm kind of rambling, but I just wanted to try to cover all of the areas. So medical and dental, obviously, is a big thing. But the other good thing is when you qualify to get a home with the VA. Now, there's not that many lenders from what I understand, but if you can get one, get qualified. If you live in certain areas, I don't know if it's every county, but this is Coachella Valley, which is in Riverside County. Well, being a veteran, being 100% disabled, this makes my brother mad because he doesn't get it on his house. I don't pay any property taxes either at 100%. Now, I do pay for property taxes. You're exempt with the VA on property taxes, but not on bond issues. So I still pay, I think it's $120 twice a year because of a bond revenue that's gone through. So I still pay for that, but that saved me another $2,700 a year because I don't pay property taxes. They're again on 100% disabled. So there again, file your claims, guys. Well, and girls too. And the other good thing, when I went to the hospital, a lot of people say when you go into emergency, you have to sit there and take hours. Now, well, I understand that at this hospital anyway, you get a preferential treatment when you're VA. So I was only in the waiting room maybe an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half. There was a lot of people in there, and I was prepared to wait. I didn't want any special treatment, but sure enough, they went ahead and took me quick. And also, I had a private room being VA. Then again, the VA paid for everything, so that's another good advantage. So, okay, guys, this is getting kind of long, I see. That was the main areas, but please, if you have any questions on the VA or anything, let me know, write them down. Hearing was another thing. You get free hearing aids if you're 100%. You don't have to pay for that. I had free hearing aids, but for some reason, because I have tinnitus, not tendonitis, but tinnitus, and so I couldn't have anything in my ear because that just amplifies the sound. So my ears ring all the time, but different degrees or different volume levels. So it's not too bad, but that's another benefit is you get free hearing aids with the VA for life. So there's medical, dental, home ownership, no taxes, no property taxes, no you get a cost of living raise. Your income goes up every year, but you don't pay anything for that increase. So couple hundred between the two every month, at least 150 every year between the two. So it doesn't take long for your income to go up, especially when you don't file any tax on it. So I think that's it for today. So we'll come up with another subject. So once again, if it's first time watching my channel, my name is David, 100% VA. If you have any questions on that, let me know. And I think next video we're going to do is talking about never having to back up your photos, your pictures that you take, if you do this one thing. I've got 15,000 pictures and I don't have any of them backed up, and I'll tell you why. So that'll be on the next one. So like and subscribe if you want, and have a nice day. You can probably hear all the people in the background. Let me see if I can swing this around, and let's get all these kids here. We're pretty far away from them. I don't know how to operate the zoom on this thing. There's a lot of kids playing over here because there's a YMCA over here also. So. Okay, so we'll go ahead and sign off till the next one. And that'll be on, because I did one on never having to back up your travel videos anymore. You use YouTube as your backup. So look at that one that I did also just a couple of days ago. And until next time, everybody be safe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.